Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Georgia and today I'm going to show you how I do my gel nails at home. This is what they look like at the moment. There's a few chippage sort of bits on there. Not a lot at the ends really, it's more just like by the cuticles where it starts to peel up a little bit and then I just pick it off. But otherwise this is what they look like at the moment. I'm just going to show you how I take them off and then reapply a new lot of nail varnish. Today I'm using the Mylee Nail Professional UV Gel Lamp in 36 watt. I don't know if it makes too much difference in that or not, but that's what I use. And then I'm also using the gel remover and the prep and polish from Mylee as well. And then I've also got the lint wipes from them. I bought this all as a set. I believe I got it from Amazon, but otherwise I'll leave a link to it down below. But this is what I'm using today. These wipes do come in a pack of 200, but I tend to cut them down in size just because you don't need the full wipe for each nail anyway. It just makes them go a bit further, especially if you're doing your nails a lot. So first of all, I just start by filing down the very top layer of my gel nails. It's just to get rid of any shine that's on there, just so when you put the gel remover on, it can really penetrate the nail varnish that's already on your nails. It just makes it so much easier to come off afterwards, and you don't do too much damage to your nails. Just make sure with this step you don't file it too far down. It just basically needs to be the very top layer. And then I've got my tin foil ready here with my little strips I've cut up of the lint wipes. This is probably a bit too much tin foil, but this is how I do it, and I do find it wraps quite neatly on my standards anyway. But obviously you can use a lot less tin foil than this if you really want to. First of all, I take the gel remover and I put just a little bit onto one of these little squares, and then I wrap it onto the front of my nail where the gel nail varnish actually is. And then I'm just going to roll it up into the tin foil with a lot poking over the edge, and then just fold that bit up and over. It just so it makes a bit of a cap on my nail and it should stay on there. I tend to do one hand at a time just because otherwise that's when it does get tricky if you're trying to do both hands, and the second hand works less effectively, so you have to work harder for it later on. But otherwise I like just doing one hand at a time and really focusing on that. And then once all the things are done, it will look something like this. I'll just go ahead and leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. I do just pull one nail off at a time and just double check it to see if it has started working yet. Otherwise I'll just replace that one and then wait a little bit longer. But always keep an eye on it because it can burn your skin. And when it comes to the taking off, I tend to do a bit of a twist motion just to kind of wipe off any excess nail varnish which is on the nail there. It just helps to remove it a little bit quicker. You can see here how it has broken down the nail varnish, and the rest of this can be taken off just by filing off very gently. I am pretty bad when it comes to this because I usually do peel off my gel nail varnish, but I know it does really damage my nails underneath. So this is a much better way to do it. It just doesn't scratch away or remove any of your nail. If you're just really gentle with it when you file, you basically just need to, it should just flake off very easily for this anyway, but it will just basically just come off quite easily now, and then you're left with your nail underneath. I am just taking the tin foil I used on the first hand and just carefully unwrapping it so I can use it for the second hand. You can throw away the lint wipes on the inside because I'm going to use the new sections of those, but this is a really good way to use less of everything. Okay, so after I've done the second hand, I am just going to file down all of the nails again, just making sure I haven't missed any little bits of gel around the edges and that everything is smooth. Once again, I'm not filing too much because I don't want to damage or take off any of my nail, but I'm just making a nice smooth surface to put the base coat onto. Once I've finished filing everything down, I'm just taking the Mylee Prep and Polish wipe and putting a bit onto a lint wipe. And then I'm just wiping this over my nails. This is just to make sure there's no oils or anything on there, which will stop the nail varnishes from sticking. And then I am just going with the Mylee Gel base coat. And I have got this little cuticle stick here which comes in really handy. I just use it to take off any excess or like extra nail varnish that has gone off over the edge of my nail. This just stops the nail varnish from peeling up so easily once it has been like cured and everything. And then it's just a case of painting the base coat onto the nails, just making sure you don't go over the edge or too far up into the cuticle tool or anything, but you can use the cuticle stick like so. I just kind of take off what extra is there and then wipe it onto my hand or a bit of tissue, and then just do the same to all the other nails. This just really helps it from peeling up once you've had them on for a few days. Once I'm happy with that, I go ahead and put it into the machine and press the button. It is for a 90-second timer. You can leave it on for different times, but otherwise that's the recommended. Also as well, does anyone else's dog do this when they do their nails? My dog always gets really like scatty and jumps up over me. Anyway, these are the nail varnishes I use. These are the Phoera? I can't pronounce that, but they come in a range of different colours. I get mine from eBay, so I'll leave the link down below to ones I use, but they have such a good range of colours and we've just been getting on really well with them. I have used the Sensation nail polishes before. They were kind of thicker from what I remember, and they didn't really stay on too well, but since we started using the other brand, they've definitely stayed on a lot longer. So I just didn't really get on too well with these sensation nails, and I know they are quite expensive as well, but the ones I managed to get, I get from eBay, so I managed to get them quite a good price. The colour I'm going in with today is Verdon. It's this bright green colour, and I'm just going in and doing one hand at a time. It just makes it a lot easier when you're letting things cure, because it usually leaves it quite sticky before you do the final coat and take it off with the wipe. I'll show you at the end. But so I prefer to do it just one hand at a time, otherwise you end up with loads of like bits stuck in your nails, you know. Once again, I'm just doing the same process before. I usually do about 2 or 3 coats of the main colour and then just putting them in to be cured in the UV light each time. I am just going in and putting a black tip on the end, almost like a French manicure sort of look, but obviously different colours. But as you can see here, I kind of get it a bit wrong, but it is easy enough to do. You can just wipe off with the lint wipes and it will just come off, and then you can just repaint it again. Basically, the gel obviously doesn't set until you put it under the UV lights. You can easily wipe it off and do it again. Once I've done everything and everything is set, I've gone back over with my top coat and set that for the final time, and I am going into the polish prep there and just putting some more of that onto a lint wipe again, and then wiping that over the top of my nails, because at the moment they are slightly tacky still even though it's dried, but the lint wipe there just takes all that off and it just leaves it dry and smooth and not like sticky or anything at all. This will just stop any dirt or dust getting stuck to your nails too. I ended up doing the other hand in opposite colours, so I did a black on the nail and then the green for the tip. I think it looks really cute, both of them together. And they both turned out quite neat and tidy as well, so I'm really happy with these. Hopefully they'll stay on for about a week and a half, maybe about that, depending on how like chipped and everything they get. I will link everything down in the description where I buy my nail varnishes from and everything. But otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed the next few shots of my nails, me posing with them and everything. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!